As I mentioned a few moments ago, this is a night for puppets, and I'm glad we have some boys and girls here, along with the big boys and girls we call adults around here as well. We're going to see if we can find any puppet in the puppet castle that might have a story for us for this evening. Sure.
Okay, let me just give a knock on the wall. We'll see who we have in here tonight.
Avast, who's that knocking on the castle wall, eh?
It's me.
No, it can't be me. I'm me.
It's Mrs. Webb.
Oh, Mrs. Webb, glad to hear your voice, lass. Where are you?
Right out here.
Out on deck you are. There you are. You're a sight for sore eye.
Are you a pirate?
Aye, lass. Of course I'm a pirate. Who else can be a man and get away with wearing a ruffled shirt like I've got on? One smart remark and I'll cut your tongue out with me cutlass, I will.
Oh, I was going to say, I hope you're not one of those mean, nasty kinds of pirates.
No, although I am the descendant of Edward Teach, otherwise known as Blackbeard the pirate, are you?
Oh, I've heard of Blackbeard before.
Aye, me great ancestries.
You don't have a black beard, though.
No, I got me colour hair from me mother's side of the family.
So what is your name?
Me name is Captain Noah Teach. That's because I know a lot of Bible stories I does, and I loves to teach 'em to folks at times I does as well.
You must be the one we want tonight, then.
Well, maybe some other time, last, but not this evening, you see. I just got me boat tied up down at the dock, I did, and I've got to get back down there and be sure me crew gets it unloaded, or I'll have to go back and unload it all myself. And it just won't do to be a captain and have to unload your own vessel, eh?
I guess not.
But it's also not worth being a captain if you can't have a bit of authority over the land-loving puppets about these parts as well. So if you'd like, I can shove off and scare you up a crew what might have a story for you this evening, eh?
Okay.
I'll just shove off then, aye?
Aye.
Can you all say aye?
Aye.
Oh, you can do better than that. Can you all say aye?
Aye.
That's much better. Now I know where I can get me a crew if I need to Shanghai one.
Oh, dear.
Well, I'll be shoving off then. I'd have said aye, but I've only got one eye.
Well, I'm glad the captain stopped by to say hello. Let me just try again, though.
Caw, 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 caw. Oh, hey, hi, how you doing, Mr. Webb?
Good, how are you?
Magandang gabi, everybody.
Oh, what is that?
That's good evening in Tagalog, the language of the Philippines. That's where I'm from.
You're from the Philippines?
Yes, ma'am, sure am.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Caldwell.
Caldwell.
Yes, ma'am, and I'm a crow.
I can tell you're a crow, yes.
You know how I got my name?
How did you get your
When
name?
I was first hatched, my mother said the first thing I said was, caw, caw. So she said I called well, so that's what she named me.
Very interesting.
It's a good thing I didn't make some stupid noise. I could have been a Tweety or a Twitter or something.
Right.
If I'd have been a Twitter, I'd have been an X now.
So, are you here to tell the story tonight?
Oh, no, I was looking for the captain. I heard he was out here.
He was just here a minute ago.
Oh, I missed him again. I've been trying to catch up with him so I can put my application in for a summer job next summer.
Summer job.
Sir, who do you think takes the place of the crow in his crow's nest when his crow goes on vacation for the summer?
Oh, I guess that's you.
Yes, ma'am, that's where I worked this past summer. Boy, is that great. You get to be way up there at the top of that mast. You get to see for miles and miles. You get to yell all that great stuff like, land ho! Rocks ahead! Abandoned ship! They don't like to hear that one. Or iceberg in the water! They're not real fond of that one either.
No, that's not good.
But it's not a place you want to be caught during a storm.
Oh, no?
No, it's bad enough how the storm tosses the boat around at sea level during a storm. But just imagine how much worse that's amplified at the top of that mast.
Right.
I'll tell you, last summer we were on our way through the Gulf of Mexico, or is it the Gulf of America? Anyway, we were on our way through the Gulf, and this hurricane came up on us in a hurry.
Oh.
I guess that's why they call them hurricanes.
I guess so.
Yeah, well, it struck on us so fast, I didn't have a chance to get down out of the crow's nest. Had to ride out the whole storm up there at the top of that mast.
Wow.
Want to talk about a place to see a black crow turn green. That's the place to cough up your cookies for certain, let me tell you. Well, anyway, had to ride the whole thing out up there at the top of that mast.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am. When it's storming like that, I'd much rather be flying over a storm.
You mean in an airplane?
Well, I'd have to do an airplane or something because my little stubby wings aren't strong enough to get me over the storm there.
True.
But I really don't like flying on airplanes either.
You don't?
No, first of all, I can't stand airline food.
You don't like airline food?
Right, they don't serve any good roadkill on those flights, you know what I mean? And secondly, they limit the amount of luggage you're allowed to take with you. And they charge you extra for it, too, these days.
Right.
So when you put all that together, that means as a crow, I'm only allowed to bring one carry-on. Oh, good. Somebody got that joke. That's our intelligence joke.
All right. Well, if you're not telling the story, we'll see you later then, okay?
Okay, Mr. Webb. Hey, you know, I was talking about roadkill a second ago.
Yes?
Have you ever noticed that you don't ever see crow roadkill?
You mean dead crows?
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
We're smart. We put a lookout in the branches of the trees overhead, and if they see a vehicle coming, they warn the rest of us. Car! 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 We only lost a crow once, and that's when it was a bus, and the lookout did not know how to say Greyhound. So if you need me for anything, Mr. Webb, you know where I live. Just give me a call.
Okay.
Call, 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 call.
Okay, I guess he is not telling the story, so I will try again. I hope somebody's ready. Somebody flew by back there.
Ow. I forgot there's a door on the other side of this curtain. I'm going to end up with a flat nose like the dogs that chase parked cars.
Push your door open a little bit, Jack, all right? There you go.
I'm playing door tennis.
We're glad to see
Or
you
door
today.
pong, something like that.
This is Jack, right?
Yes, ma'am. Of course I'm Jack the Rabbit. I'm a Speedy Rabbit here in the puppy
Yes,
castle.
we can tell that, so I'm glad.
Yes, that's I came to see the famous Speedway.
All right.
So it's only fitting for me, Jack the Speedy Rabbit, to be in Speedway, Indiana.
Very true. That's very true.
Yes, it is.
Glad to have you here tonight, Jack.
Why, thank you.
Yes, and we're waiting for a story from the puppets.
Well, there's a friend of mine that's coming for the story this evening.
We have a friend coming?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good. I guess when he gets here, then the three of us will have a good time
Oh,
telling
no,
the story.
no, Mr. Webb. The two of us will.
I thought you said you had a friend coming.
I did.
Then, Jack, the three of us will have a good time
No,
telling
no, Mr. Webb. The two of us will.
What, your friend's not going to say anything?
He's going to tell the story.
You're not going to say anything?
I'm going to help him tell the story.
Well, then, Jack, the three of us will have a good
No,
time telling the story.
no, Mr. Webb. The two of us will.
I don't understand.
Mr. Webb, are you feeling okay?
Yes, I feel fine.
You look a little pale. I mean, paler than a bucket pail, you know? Maybe you need to take a rest. We don't want you getting caught up in some new kind of COVID or something like that, right?
Wait, are you trying to get rid of me or something?
Well, now, I was not going to say that, but now that you mention it, yes.
Wait, you mean you and your friend are going to tell the story by yourselves?
Yes, ma'am. It's okay. My friend has a very responsible position here in the castle. He tells very good stories, too.
I don't know about this, Jack.
No, it's true. You won't be sorry.
Okay, I guess I'll let you do it. But listen, when you're finished, I'm going to check with everyone.
Oh, did you bring your checkbook?
No, I did not bring
Then
my
you can't check. Did you bring your charge card?
No.
Can't do that either, so you're just going to have to old-fashioned ask
I will
afterwards.
ask them if you told a good story, okay?
Okay, you can do that, but we will.
All right, I'm going to come back and take a little rest then.
Okay, you have a good rest, Mr. Webb, and while you're gone, I will introduce everyone to my friend. There are two things that you will notice about my friend, first of all. He's bigger than a lot of the other puppets are, and secondly, he's blue, just as blue as the sky is blue when the sky is blue. He's big, and he's blue, and you never guess what his name is. Big Blue! Somebody told you. Anyway, Big Blue should have been here by now. He's getting off on his break from work. Big Blue, are you coming? I'm coming, little buddy. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit late here. I just got off of my break from my job. Yeah, you know what his job is? He's castle security. You know, the boys in blue. Yes, well, anyway, little buddy, I'm glad to be able to be out here. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I was combing my fur, and you know I got a lot more fur than most people do. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Big Blue, you ready for a good story this evening? Yes, and we better get to it because I only have about 15 minutes for my break time tonight. Okay, fine. What's the story going to be about? Well, I think tonight we're going to tell a story about David. Oh boy, David? The one that killed a lion and a bear with his bare hands? The one that became King Israel? The one that was Jesse's son? The one with his son-in-law and King Saul? That's the one, little buddy. No, folks, I know it's not usually polite to interrupt somebody else when they're talking, but sometimes when my little buddy gets his mouth to running, he doesn't know how to get it to stop. That's true. That's very true. Hey, Big Blue. What? Can I be David in the story tonight? You want to be David in the story? Sure. Why? He's one of my most favorite Bible characters. Oh, okay, little buddy. You can be David in the story then. Great, wonderful. How does the story begin? Well, the story begins as David was sitting out in his father's fields, watching over his father's sheep when his father called to him. David, oh, David, my boy. And he answered, what do you want, Pop? Oh, no, I'm sure he's more respectful to his father than that. Okay, yes, Father, what can I do for you? That's much better. Anyway, David's father had a job he wanted David to do. What, he wanted him to mow the grass? No, the sheep were busy taking care of that at the time. No, he wanted David to take some food to his brothers. Lazy bums, why can't they come get it themselves? Oh, you don't understand. David's brothers were all fighting. They should get along with each other better than that. Oh, not with each other. They were in the Israelite army. Ah, they got caught in a draft, huh? You might say something like that. Anyway, David was excited about having a chance to go to the battlefield. Yeah, that way you could see the airplanes, and the guns, and the grenades, and the helicopters, and the tanks. Pew, boom, pew. Wait a minute, little buddy. They did not have those kind of weapons back then. They didn't? No guns. No guns, no grenades. No grenades, no airplanes, no tanks. What'd you say no tanks for? I didn't offer you anything. Oh, buddy. Back then they fought with their swords and spears and shields and with their bare hands. What? But you can get hurt with stuff like that. That's the point of a war. Anyway, when David got to the battlefield, it looked like this. There were two hills divided by a little valley through which ran a brook. On one side of the valley, on one side of the brook, on one hillside, were all the armies of the Israelites. They were the good guys. That's right. They wore white hats. No. White helmets. No. Drove Fords. No, but they were the good guys. And on the other hillside, on the other side of the brook, on the other side of the valley, where on another hill, were all the armies of the Philistines. They were the bad guys. That's right. They wore black hats. No. Black helmets. No. Drove Chevys. No. But they were the bad guys. Anyway, even though the armies were on the battlefield, there was no fighting going on. Why not? Well, David wondered that too, so he made his way down into the camp of Israel and had just found his brothers and was asking them why there was no fighting going on when a voice floated up out of the valley. It just floated right up there. Well, no, actually the wind carried it up. Oh, since when does the wind have arms? Never mind. Down in the valley, there was a grown man who was crying. Oh, did he fall down and stub his toe? Not that kind of crying. I mean shouting crying. That's what you do after you fall down, stub your toe and cry. No. This man's name was Goliath. Gahoo! Goliath. What a goofy name. Oh, you wouldn't have laughed at him back then. Oh, no? Why not? Because Goliath was a giant. Did you say giant? That's right. He was over 9 feet tall. 9 feet tall? That's right. Why, he's huge. Yes, he was. And you know what it was he was shouting? Sure I do. What? Ho, 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 I'm the jolly green Philistine. No, that wasn't it. Okay, how about fee, fo, fum, fight? I smell the blood of an Israelite. No, that wasn't it either. He was shouting in a loud giant's voice, send a man to come and fight with me. And if he kills me, then the Philistines will be your servants. But if I kill him, then the Israelites must be our servants. Well, that sounds like a fair deal. That way only 2 guys have to fight instead of the whole army. But wait a minute, little buddy. Israel did not have anybody 9 feet tall or built like Goliath in their army. Why, even King Saul, who was head and shoulders above everyone else in Israel, was hiding in his tent, afraid. Oh, chicken a la king, huh? Yes, I guess so. Anyway, there was one person in the valley and in the army of Israel, or with the army of Israel, I should say, that was not afraid of that giant. Who would be that crazy? Well, somebody who's not in the army. Well, no, it was David. Oh, David, yeah. Well, you know what David said? Sure. Boy, am I glad I'm not in the army. I don't have to face that big, ugly giant. No, that's not what David said. He said, is there not a cause? Wait a minute, I'm being David. Okay, then you say it. Is there not a cause? Why, that man is defying the armies of God. That man is defying the armies of God. No one can defy God and get away with it. No one can defy God and get away with it. Why, God will give the victory to anyone who would fight that giant. God will give the victory to anyone who would fight that giant. So if no one else will fight that giant, why then I'll go fight the giant. Why then What? Are you crazy? No, that's what David said. What, are you out of your mind? You flipped your lid? His elevator doesn't go all the way to the top floor. He's a few fries short of a Happy Meal. Yeah, I got the idea. No, he wasn't crazy. He was nuts. He was nuts. He was crazy. No, he was trusting in the Lord. I still say he's nuts. Anyway, David went down to the brook first. Going to get him a last drink before he dies. No, that's not why he went there. He went there to pick out 5 smooth stones. 5 smooth stones? Yes. Skipping rocks at a time like this? I told you he's off his rocker. No. He got the stones to put in his pouch. In his pouch, yes. Now he's a kangaroo. No, not a kangaroo's pouch. This is a shepherd's pouch. What do they keep in there? Little shepherds till they're old enough to go out in the world? No. It's just a pocket on the outside of his clothes. Anyway, he began to run across the battlefield. Good boy, get away from that big, ugly giant. Oh, no, he wasn't running away. He was running towards Goliath. See, I told you he's nuts. He's crazy. No. Goliath saw David coming, and he began to laugh. Ha. You send a boy to come and fight with me? Why, I'll feed his flesh to the birds of the air and to the beasts of the field. But David answered back, Goliath, you come to me with a sword, a spear, and a shield. But I come to you in the name of the Lord God of Israel, whom you have defied, and he shall deliver you into my hand. And with that, David took one of the stones out of his pouch, and he put it in his sling. Oh, no. No, what? No, what? Didn't tell me David had a broken arm, too. A broken arm. Yes, it was in a sling. No. He did not have a broken arm, just badly sprained. No. And the sling wasn't that kind of sling you're thinking of, buddy. This is a weapon. 2 strands of leather with a pocket in the middle. You put a stone in, and you swing it around and around. Quit, you're making me dizzy. Oh, sorry. And you let the stone fly, and if you're a good marksman, you can hit the target. Was David a good marksman? Oh, very good. But more importantly, God was directing his shot. Ha. Look out, Goliath. Well, anyway, as I said, David put the stone in his sling and swung it around and around. What'd I tell you about that? Oh, sorry. And he let the stone fly, and it hit Goliath right in the forehead. Sound effects at your service. Wonderful. And Goliath fell to the earth. Will you hurry up? Well, he's huge. I know that, little buddy. But we haven't got all night. Can't you shorten him up a little bit? Oh, okay. Now, David didn't have a sword. So he ran up to Goliath, took out Goliath's sword, ran to Goliath's head, raised the sword, let the sword fall, and cut off Goliath's head. What? He cut off Goliath's head? That's right. Ew, yuck! That's disgusting. I think I'm going to be sick. Well, the Philistines looked into the valley, and they saw the Philistines, their champion, dead, and they said, ew, yuck! That's disgusting. I think we're going to be sick. And the Israelites looked into the valley, and they saw the Philistine champion dead, and they said, ew, yuck! That's disgusting. And David took the head of Goliath before King Saul, and King Saul said, David, ew, yuck! But the armies of Israel chased the armies of the Philistines that day and won a great victory, all because one young man was willing to stand up for God, and God gave him the victory. Well, boy, that's an interesting story, kind of yucky at the end. But what's it got to do with everybody here at the service this evening? I haven't seen anybody 9 feet tall or built like Goliath marching around here. Well, no, but the Bible says in 1 Peter 5, verse 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, that's an enemy, that's right, the devil, that is who the enemy is, yes, like a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. The devil wants to eat people up? Well, in a manner of speaking, the devil doesn't want people to be saved. He knows he's headed for a lake of fire for all of eternity, and misery loves company. Yeah, that's exactly right. So he's trying to take as many people with him as he possibly can. Yeah, but people don't have to go to hell for all of eternity. That's one of the reasons why Jesus came and died on the cross of Calvary, to pay the price for every sinner's sin. That's right. So anybody who would turn from their sin, believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and ask him to come into their life and save them, should not perish, but have everlasting life. That means the old devil gets beat again, because he can't get that person who's saved to go to the lake of fire with him. That's right. But does the devil leave people alone after they've been saved, since he can't do that to them? Well, no, he doesn't. He wants to try to defeat Christians' lives. He wants to get them all wrapped up with money and possessions and popularity and the things of this world, so that they won't be a testimony to those who are lost, and they will hide the gospel instead of showing the gospel with their lives and telling the gospel with their lips too. Yeah, it's very important for Christians not just to tell people about Jesus, but sometimes before you can even tell them, you have to show them, so they will listen. That's exactly right. And I hope if there's anybody here tonight, first of all, who's not ever been saved, that tonight they'll ask Jesus to come into their heart and save them. I hope they will too. And I hope if there are believers here who have been defeated by the devil, I hope they'll remember they have a choice. They have a choice. Yes, they can be a victor or they can be a victim. They can be somebody who is a wimp in the hand of the wicked one, or they can be a weapon in the hand of God. That's exactly right, little buddy. In fact, if you want to defeat the devil, you can use God's tanks. Wait. What? What'd you just say? I said, if you want to defeat the devil, you can use God's tanks. God's tanks? Little buddy, I told you they didn't have those kind of weapons back then. In Bible times? Yeah. Yes, he did. God says so. God said so? Yeah. Where? 1 Corinthians 15:57. Really? Yes, it says, but thanks be to God, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. Oh, thanks be to God. Very good, little buddy. I hope that everybody who knows the Lord will have the thanks to the power of the Lord Jesus Christ that they can have to defeat the devil with their lives every single day. Yeah, and they can be the victor. Yeah, instead of the victim. That's right. Well, it's time for us to go, huh, Big Boo? Yeah, yes, it is. But I got a question for you from the story I always wondered about. Okay, what's your question, little buddy? What did Goliath say when the stone hit him in the forehead? What did Goliath say when the stone hit him in the forehead? Yeah. I don't know, little buddy. What did Goliath say? He did not say anything. Nothing like that had ever entered his head before. Oh, buddy, I gotta go. He's the biggest guy in the world ever got rocked to sleep permanently. All right, little buddy. We'll see ya. Have a good evening, okay? Okay, Big Boo. Have a good rest of your time on duty this evening, Mr. Boys in Blue yourself. All right, little buddy, I'll do that.
All right, well, Jack, guess what time it is?
I don't have a watch and I can't read one.
It's time for me to ask everyone, okay?
Oh, yeah, sure. You go right ahead, Mr.
All
Webb.
right.
You ask away.
I'm going to ask, did they tell a good story tonight? Oh, good.
You better say yes or you won't get any more this week.
All right, we'll see you later, Jack, all right?
Okay, I got to get myself out of here, okay?
Okay. Having a little trouble?
Yeah, could be that cheap watered down carrot juice I've been using lately. And it's over $50 a barrel now. We need to drill here and drill now and lessen our dependence on foreign sources of carrot juice.
Right.
Let me try again.
Okay. Maybe it's your battery.
That could be too, Mrs. Webb. It's only a AA.
Oh.
I need to see my cousin, the Energizer Bunny.
Oh, right.
One more time.
Okay.